Hello and welcome to West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey, on the campus of the South Mountain Reservation. My name is Ryan Lowy. Today we'll be joined with Jacob Gorin and Noah Varman on camera. We'd like to thank you for joining us, as today we have the first seed Lancers and the 8th seed Morristown Colonials in the quarterfinal round of the Public A Group Playoffs on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network on demand. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have action.
He's going to take it himself for a championship!
A double play, Winston to Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! The Codey touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Elijah wins it. The championship.
Lancers and Morristown coming up next, right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Winner has a date with the winner of Westfield and Hunterdon Central as we are underway here at Richard J. Codey Arena in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. Livingston will sweep it on up. Morristown will control. Here's a shot saved by Turbin. The putback is covered up by Turbin. And that will get us started here at Codey Arena. Once again, my name is Ryan Lowy. I'm joined with Jacob Gorin. On camera is Noah Varman. Face off close side to your left. As the puck will drop and the face off will be won by the Lancers, taken, and a shot is missed there from McKenna. Swung on around the Crimson control as they sweep it on up. In the back, here's McKenna. Pushed on out. Shot. Poked off a body and pushed on up. Collision and a hard hit here in this Public A bracket as it's taken away by the Colonials. Vecchio poked off the puck, and Morristown will now be on it. Swept on up by Chris Kay, and the puck will be iced with 14:11 left to go. Apologies for the technical difficulties, excuse me. For those of you watching on the on-demand function, my name is Ryan Lowy. I will soon be joined with Jacob Gorin, as we will now have a face-off on the right side of your screen. Morristown are 15-5-3. Lancers have 20 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties to their name. Morristown, the 8th seed in this Public A bracket. Livingston, the 1st seed. Pushed on up. And at the mid-mark, it will be punched up by Schultz. A race to the end line, and we will see number 28, Aiden Gray, win that race. Schultz up the ice. And pushed on back in by Baza. Chasing to it is Kwan. Shot punched away by Turbin in net. A great year that Zach Turbin has been having for the Lancers. He saw a save percentage as high as .930. Shot from far, poked away, and the chase will now be won by the Lancers. Here comes Silva down the ice. He pushes it on up for himself as he tries to weave around Brody Toy. Nice little foot touch right there by Francis Zalukowicz, excuse me. On up the ice, pushed on back, and the Lancers will control. Here they come. Vecchio weaves round as he collides. Shot saved and punched away. In net for the Morristown Colonials, senior number 27, Dylan Peck. Peck, a senior for the squad, as we will now have a face-off all the way on the right side of your screen. Once again, Ryan Lowy, Jacob Gorin will be joining us soon, right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Vecchio sweeps it around. Zales punched on up to Vecchio, back on out to Zales. Far side, here's a shot, waved wide. Zales will now chase from the far side. Zales will try and push it on up. Taken away by the Colonials. Here they come up the ice. A little foot touch by Zalukowicz. His shot, glove down and caught by the Turbinator in net. With 12:21 left to go in the first period. Face off on the far left side of your screen. Schultz to take it for the Lancers. Liam Wilson for the Colonials of Morristown. And here's Livingston on the back as this one's poked up by Dox. Up the ice now come the Lancers. Solomon chips one on up. There's nobody there. Schultz will chase. Schultz off a body. Now Morristown will control in the back. Taken away now by the Lancers. Solomon sweeps it on over. Poked off the puck is Silva. Down goes Dox as he will get up and push it on up the ice. Schultz. Possible opportunity for Schultz. His backhander is saved by Peck and cleared away. And the puck will now be iced.
He told me to try to fix it.
Fine. Face off, won by the Lancers. From the back, Conklin. Shot waves wide. Up the ice, there's a hard hit in the back. Here comes Morristown. Shot deflected off the body of Conklin. In the back. Now swept on around. Gray. And now Grossbard for the Lancers. Vecchio. Weaves around. Vecchio cuts on in. He can't finish. Vecchio now shoved on down by two bodies. Out in the back, Grossbard. Sweeps it on around. Chris K on the puck. Up it goes to Byron. Pushed on up. Time in the back for the Colonials. K. Punches one on up. Chased on down for Conklin. Up the ice it goes. Conklin. On over to Zales. Zales sweeps one on up. Poked and taken away now by the Colonials. Zalukowicz hammered off the puck. And now on the chase is Dylan Schultz. Schultz in the back with 10 minutes left to go in the first period of play. Winner will play the winner of Westfield and Hunterdon Central on Wednesday. In the back, Baza. Poked off the puck, and now the Lancers will now try and chip it on up. Schultz chips one on over. Kwan. And now here comes Morristown. Baza. There's a nice little pass connection right there to find McKenna. McKenna shot glove down by Turbin. As we would now like to welcome into the broadcast, Jacob Goring.
Hello, Ryan, and thank you for welcoming me on. Some technical difficulties, but they're being sorted out.
We are addressing them on the moment. For those of you watching on the on-demand function, we thank you for your patience if you were trying to watch it live.
Ryan, very back and forth start for right now. Each team getting their fair share of opportunities.
Shot poked away by Vecchio. And now here comes Morristown up the ice. Shipped on up. Wilson. Poked off the puck as it's kicked away there. A good effort from Dox. Dox loses the puck. Chen up the ice.
Should we just record the game?
K now on the puck for Morristown. Ships one on up. Hammered off the puck as it will now be chased by Schultz. A hard collision with 9 minutes left to go. Shamshkwashvili off the puck as it's punched on up. Zales swung on around to Vecchio. Vecchio across the blue line as it's shipped on back in with 8.5 left to go. Zales taking his time with it. Off the boards. Poked on up. And now plenty of time for Morristown. Patrick Baza chips one up the ice. Here comes the race. One-time connection. What a save by Turbin. Turbin keeps the score line at nothing apiece. What an effort as the putback is once again blocked away, coming from Harry Satin and cleared away by the Lancers. Once again, the Lancers the 1 seed. The 8th seed are the Morristown Colonials. here in this one. Some control now in the back for the Colonials. Gray. And now here come the Lancers. Grossbard up the ice. Surrounded. Tries to backhand his way in. He cannot do so. In the back, Silva. Back on out. Here's Kwan. On over. Here's a shot by Dox that waves wide on the wrister. Collision. And now here comes Morristown. McKenna. A collision near the Lancers bench, and the Lancers will come up with it. Kwan swung on around to Dox. Up the ice it goes. And now swinging on around with it is Kay. Conklin on the chase. He will just win the race in time as he collides with Zalukowicz. Conklin back on it again. Deflected pass on up as he falls to the boards. Connection found. And off the puck is Dox. Vecchio tries to fight for it. And here's Morristown. The captain will shoot one, and it's gloved down by Turbin. Shot from Kay. 6:37 left to go.
Ryan,
Quick substitution change, Jacob, as welcome you back on the broadcast.
It's been a great start to the game for Zach Turbin. He's made a couple highlight reel stops to keep this game even at 0-0.
Faceoff is won by the Lancers and punched on up. Here's a little race for it between Toy and Vecchio. And Toy is just able to win the race against Vroom Vroom Vecchio as there's a hard hit in the middle. And now control for Morristown. Wilson pokes one on up. Hard hit to the boards by Del Monte. Now here comes Livingston, poked on up by Grossball.
Bad turnover.
Shot, poked away. Zales, over to Vecchio. Taken away by Morristown, 1-2 connection, shot, and Vec able to get a stick on it is Turbin. Sent on up. Romano. And whistles come in. Both teams will make some major changes, Jacob. What are your keys to the game for today?
Well, for the Lancers, focus on their structure, on their system. I think it got away from them a little bit. I'll coach talking about this as well in their game against Westfield. And, they had it somewhat back in their previous game against Bayonne, but you can't really look at that game compared to most other games. Livingston's just a whole 2-3 steps above Bayonne. As well, just shut down Morristown's top players for the Colonials. Beat Turbin. He has 9 shutouts to see Ryan in 20 games. Fantastic performance thus far by him.
Schultz. On the puck now is Kwan. In the back, Morristown controlled. Taken away by Schultz. Schultz rips one. Oh, it just waves wide. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first period. Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gore, Noah Varman here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Silva. He's once again on the puck. Uses the boards to try and weave around, but it's poked on up right there by Romano. In the back, here come the Lancers now. Silva. Out far. Zales rips one. It's wide. On the chase is Grossbard. Far side Silva poked off the puck as it stays into play. Zales tries to send one on up. Chen. Taken away. Langen goes down hard as he gets rid of the puck. And we have a penalty here at Codey Arena. So someone will be at the sin bin. As my apologies, it's actually an icing. But oh boy, it erupted here. A loud crowd after that one. Out far, Conklin, his shot is tipped up. Such a hard hit. I thought we saw a penalty there, but as a matter of fact, it will just be an icing. Grossbard. Chipped on up. Here comes Morristown. Zales, first one to the puck for the Lancers. He will be swarmed by McKenna. Chipped on up, and well read by Turbin with 3:40. Zales, up to Chen. Shot. Turbin cannot catch it, but he's able to glove it down. Vecchio tries to poke one on up, but it's poked right back into the Lancers' defensive territory. Hustling over to it will be Zalukowicz. And a whistle comes in. 3:25 left to go in the first period. Face off on the left blue line. Schultz. And the Lancers are off a face-off win with 3:20. Down the ice. Kwan. And it's now poked on up by Solomon. Here come the Lancers up the ice. Silva. Swarms around. Silva lets one go, but it's saved by Peck. 3 minutes left to go in the first period.
It's usually very good.
Sent on up. Docks. Over to Schultz. Here comes Schultz. Schultz lets one go, deflected, and will be covered up by Peck with 2:46 left to go. The Lancer is now on the floor. And let's hope he's all right. And indeed he will be. And that looks like Ryan Zales, a little shooken. Face off on the right side of your screen. Apologies for the technical difficulties. It looks like we will not be able to go live today, but you're watching on the on-demand function on the D1 Media Pro page and the NFA Just Now. It looks like a Wi-Fi issue here at Codey Arena. Nothing we can control, but we are very happy to be able to bring it to you on the on-demand function. Ryan Hiley, Jacob Gorn, welcome back to the broadcast. And of course, Noah Varman on camera. Shipped on up. Juan. And now here come the Lancers, Grossbard. Shipped far side to Vecchio. Vecchio lets one ripped. It's saved. Vecchio.
Ryan, we have a very good goaltending matchup today between number 27, senior Dylan Peck, and number 1, Zach Turbin. Very interesting. Thatcher Neville is not starting for the Morristown Colonials.
Once again, our sincerest apologies for the technical difficulties. Looks like we have a service issue here at Codey Arena as the puck will be cleared. But Jacob, the good news, although you might only be watching on the on-demand function, it's a good hockey game. A very good hockey game so far.
It's been a great one.
Minute 50 left to go in the first period. Schultz for the face-off for the Lancers, and he will lose it. A good effort by Liam Wilson. In the back, Morristown controls. Clark Smith, chipped on up. Here comes Morristown. Liam Wilson swings it on around with 95 seconds left to go in the first period.
Fans are screaming for offsides, Ryan.
Conklin tries to ship one up the ice. He's able to get it over to Silva off a deflection. Here comes Solomon. Solomon lets one rip. Silva with 70 seconds left to go. Left for Schultz. On up the ice now to Zales. Zales lets one rip. And he's unable to do so with it. Schultz off the puck. Minute left to go here in the first period. Silva swept on around and covered by Peck, and we have a swarm in the middle of the crease. Jacob, a rough and tumbling first period. No goals yet.
No, it's been well played by both sides, though.
On up to Kwan. Swung on around the boards. Docks. Vecchio. Pass, nobody there for it. Kwan from far. Passed on over to Grossbard. Pass inside to Schultz. Schultz backhander blocked away and taken away. Here comes Morristown up the ice. So the 8th seed against the 1st seed. They're trying to get a first score in here late in the first period. A little weave around shot. Doesn't go. Put back. No good either there. And now Schultz is able to find the puck on a little 1-on-2. A third Colonial skates on over to help the cause. Schultz can't finish. 15 seconds left to go in the opening period. And Schultz will leave the puck behind.
Went off the official skate, Ryan. Tough break for the Lancers. Maybe one last chance with 10 seconds left.
With 5 seconds left to go, this puck is chipped on up the ice. And swept on up, and a final shot will be saved by Dylan Peck. And that will be the first period. The score, Lancers 0, Colonials 0. Stay tuned for the second period next. Hello and welcome back to Richard J. Codey Arena in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey, on the campus of the South Mountain Reservation. My name is Ryan Lay. I'm joined with Jacob Bourne. Once again, apologies for the technical difficulties. Today's game is available on demand. Jacob, a high action-packed first period, no result.
Yeah, lots of back and forth, good chances on each side. I think Livingston, let's ignore the Bayonne game. I think you have to put that in a separate category of games. Comparing this to the previous game before that, Westfield, I thought they had a much stronger start. But I thought they were able to not only, I think their start actually, I'm taking that back. Their start, I think, was a pretty similar start, but they were able to maintain some of that momentum that they had from a stronger start in the game. Let's see if they can continue that in the second period. A very even first period. I mean, someone has to break through eventually, though. Two great goaltenders.
So here we go with the second period of action. A fresh 15 minutes are put on the clock. Lancers and Colonials, second period of action underway. Winner has a date with the winner of Westfield Hunterdon Central on Wednesday down at Minute in Madison at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Chase K back on around. Swept on up and deflected away and now controlled by Grossbard. Grossbard will send it on up off the glass with 4:35 left to go. Jacob, Westfield and Hunterdon Central, that's a big game going on right now, or soon to start. I think Westfield could win, but they had a 2-1 win against Southern, the 15th seed. Southern heavily projected not to win that game. My apologies, the 14th seed, as Westfield came into this tournament, the 3rd seed. Chipped on up and poked away. And pushed on up by Langen. Here's an opportunity as the puck squeaks on by. Shot saved by the Turbinator as Schultz will dribble it on out. Dox pushes the puck on up. It's just a little too strong as it's chipped on up by Toy. Schultz to double his number within Dox. Good control off the puck by Santon. Swung on around to Toy. Toy up the ice, his pass deflected away. Dox on over. Punched on up by Silva.
Ryan, this is one of Livingston's dynamic duo, Silva and Schultz. They played together all year long and have been great together all year long. A combined fantastic 63 points between the two of them.
Pushed up the ice. Gray. Deflected away. Backhander. Doesn't go. Here comes Morrison up the ice. This one chips its way on up. Good touch with the puck by Gray. But Livingston will retrieve. On around, here's Dox. Dox cuts round. Weaves on round. Here comes Jace Dox. And up the ice for 13 minutes. Schultz. Vecchio shoots one. Saved. Remember Jacob, goaltender for Morristown. He's doing an excellent job this year. Dylan Peck, the senior, as you said, a .930 save percentage. Vecchio can't find the puck as he's able to try and get it on back. Swings one into the middle. It's taken away by Santon.
Ryan,
Up the ice.
Peck's save percentage, as Steve Cangelosi would say, sparkling.
Yeah, very good save percentage. We saw Turbin up there at one point. A couple tough losses in the regular season at its conclusion. 6 goals against Morristown. Here's a shot. And a good save there by Dylan Peck. That's Vroom Vroom Vecchio on the shot. We got 12-18 left to go in the second period. Face off on the bottom left side of your screen, and they will now move it to the top left. Once again, Jacob, Livingston's keys to the game were to focus on structure and to shut down the top players within Morristown, who we're seeing in effect today statistically. Very impressed with Liam Wilson, especially impressed with Jack McKenna. 36 career goals, 6 goals this season. McKenna, a senior forward, he's having quite the year as well. A couple good defensemen. Patrick Boza has 2 goals on the year. As a two-way defenseman. And Jacob, you want to add anybody?
And Morristown's a very senior-heavy team, as you see at 2-on-1 here.
Shot saved by Turbin. The putback bounces right over the stick. And the Lancers find a spurt of luck. Here they come up the ice. Here's Vecchio. Vecchio tries to get one to Grossbard. And Grossbard cannot hold on to the puck. A good effort right there. And a shot from far swept away. Kwan's shot by Dylan Peck.
Ryan.
Up the ice, this one sneaks on by. Hold your thought, Jacob. But McKenna cannot stay on the puck. Solomon. Silva lets one rip, and it's saved by Peck. Let's get away. Silva up the ice, tossed on around. Oh, what an effort.
Poor pinch attempt by Kwan.
1-2 can't go.
But well defended 2-on-1 there by Jay Stocks, filling the passing lane.
Chipped up the ice. Silva. Silva chases Ryder, and Ryder is on the puck. Eric Ryder, the senior, able to find help at the blue line from Del Monte. Swept on up the ice once again by Zales.
Ryan, 2 players that I think will shine even more next year than they are this year on a very senior-heavy Morristown team are sophomores Liam Wilson and Jackson Byrne. 18 points for Wilson, 17 for Byrne.
10:40 left to go in the second period as Vecchia will check on in for the Lancers. Once again, a couple substitutions for Morristown as well. 10:40 left to go in the middle period of action. I'd like to thank you for spending your time with us today here on demand for some Lancers and Colonials hockey. Lancers out of Livingston High School and the Colonials out of Morristown High School. Both are solo school programs. A lot of combo and tri teams here in the state of New Jersey for some ice hockey. They have a whole separate group bracket for it, as there's a bully play by Zales. No whistle comes in. Zales with a great effort. Up the ice comes Zales right here. A couple injuries to report for the Lancers today. Anthony Cassesi is out, and of course Sharon Govich recently confirmed that he will not be back for an expected state final that Coach Conklin says should be scheduled for Monday. My apologies, Tarasuk.
Thinking of Igor Sharon Govich,
Yeah.
New Jersey Devils player.
Vecchio.
Devils are playing the Canucks tonight, Ryan. That's a Hughes versus Hughes matchup. Should be a fun one.
That should be a fun one at the NHL level.
Yeah, 2 teams that are scoring over 4 goals a game since the All-Star break.
Schultz. Far side, ducks. Lets one rip. Deflected away. Put back. Can't do so as it's finally cleared away. 9.5 left to go. Nobody in the sin bin yet today, Jacob. We saw the same versus Bayonne this game. Much heavier contested for the Lancers as when they played Bayonne, they were able to mercy them with 7:20 left to play in the final period of action. As you said though, Jacob, don't count that one.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a fair matchup, Ryan.
Lukowitz up the ice where the Lancers will control in the back. Docks tries to get one to Schultz. The D line of Morristown is on control with 8:50. Swept on up. Punched on up now by Solomon as it's taken away here by Morristown. Here comes the Colonials' Captain McKenna. Leaves it on by. Shot from Zalukowicz is off.
Ryan Schultz was taken down in his own end. He was looking for a call.
Shot from far. Poked on up into the hands of Peck by his stick with 8:31.
It's been a really good game, Ryan. No score, but really good game.
Crowd starting to funnel in. Morristown, a decent crowd. Livingston, as always, a massive crowd, Jacob. We've covered almost all Livingston home games this year. Not quite all of them, but almost all of them. We can say they have pretty much filled up at least one section of this stadium. And almost all their games that we've been at, of course. As just to the right of us is a massive student section spearheaded by the head of Lancer student section, Mr. Nick Slotnick. Shot waves wide of the net.
Danny Grossbart's had a laser beam of a shot all year long. 23 goals, 40 total points. First on the team in goals, second on the team in points, only behind Austin Vecchio.
So Luka Ritz from behind the net tries to connect a pass. He does. The wraparound shot doesn't go from McKenna. Poked on up by Conklin Vecchio. Nice backhand touch. Here he comes. Vroom, vroom, Vecchio. Tries to weave around the D-line. He's poked off the puck. And he's once again poked off the puck. And he's finally able to find it. Crushed to the boards he is. Baza. And it's chipped on up. Collision right at the middle of the ice at the Essex County, New Jersey sign. Oh, and a hard hit there as Boza will shove Grossbart to the ground.
Grossbart's looking for that interference call, Ryan. He's not going to get it, unfortunately, for the Lancers.
Grossbart, the 5'7" senior, doesn't present a big frame, but he plays with a big one. Opportunity saved there by Turbin. And Silva will try and poke one away. And he's able to punch the puck right on over to Quan. Nice play by Silva. Ships a player to the ground. Now, Jacob, this is where we see the Lancers do an excellent job waving off checks and even doing some checking themselves.
Yeah, they're a very hard-hitting team, especially for the fact that they're not that big. Largest players on their team, Austin Vecchio and Andrew Kwan.
Up the ice and controlled in the back. Chris Kay. Pass inside, doesn't go. Del Monte. Pokes one on up. Oh, in the back, that one sneaks by Quan, but ducks. The Ithaca College lacrosse commit is able to clean up the job with 6:20 left to go in the middle period of action. Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gore, Noah Varman.
Nice play.
Santin takes a shot. It sneaks into the back of the net for a Colonials goal. Santin gets Morristown on the board, and they strike first with 6:11 left to go in the middle period. Oh, Jacob, that's a Lancer crusher of a shot, and that one just snuck by Turbin. That's gotta hurt in the stat book and mentally.
That is one Zach Turbin is gonna want back. Really tough break. The puck just squeaked by the stick of Vecchio, led to an odd man rush. It's one Turbin's gotta have, Ryan. 1-0 Colonials.
The senior forward, a co-captain, able to weave around 3 or 4 Lancers and then punch one right by one of McInnes's most elite goalkeepers. Just misread that one, Jacob. I say this in baseball all the time. You can have the most perfect swing. You're not going to be 100% with fastballs down the middle every time. And that just looked like an unlucky stint for Turbin. He read the puck, but he just couldn't fit it into his breadbasket. Opportunity now for the Lancer. Shot deflected away. Body on it there from Baza. From the shot from Grossbar. Lancer still controlled, poked on in, and punched away. Vecchio swings. Vecchio can't finish. Vecchio back on the puck off the redirect and ship it on over to Zales. Chip passing up Vecchio on the one-timer. Opportunity for the junior Dylan Schultz. He weeps one wide. Put back from Constance.
Good shift here from the Lancers, Ryan, following that goal.
Behind the crease. Oh, Zales is able to stop it from swinging all the way on back for an icing. But, however, it could not stop it from crossing the blue line, so they'll have to cause a reset that Morristown spearheads. A lot of competitive hockey in the township of Morristown. Jacob, we'll get to that one in a minute. Schultz, perfect place, perfect time as he chips one up as he's lightly contested. Taken away by the Lancers. Here's Silva. Zach Silva swept off the puck.
Silva was slashed there, Ryan. Officials waving their eyes. Had a ton of missed calls on both sides.
Up the ice, a hard hit on the boards off of a little snapper. Morristown a 1-0 lead. Jacob, what a brilliant finish we saw from Morristown. Docks up the ice. Back pass, can't do so. Chipped on up by Langen. On the puck now is Romano. He wants to double the lead. Weaves around one, but relieving the defensive unit is Schultz. He cannot clear it past the blue line as Quan will find himself on the puck behind Turbin's crease. Quan finds it once again, getting on up after tripping. Redirected on up by Zales and punched back on in. Oh, Turbin had to get dirty to stop that far shot from behind the second blue line. from going in, punched on in, and hitting the body of Quan. Quan sacrificing his body as now Chase Docks will use the boards to redirect one on up. Controlled down now by Toy. Docks on the puck. The Ithaca College will cross commit. Times it perfectly. Let's run it. It's one. Reaches the back of the net. For the Lancers goal. Tie hockey game. Chase Docks.
Ryan, big awareness play from Zach Silva. He just gets onside in time for Docks to step over the blue line and snap a wrist shot over the glove. Short side, we're tied.
That was a supreme finish. I'd say top shelf.
Oh yeah, right where the mama hides the cookies.
And Jacob, let me just say, I'm happy I called that one well. At least I think I did. Can't wait to rewatch the footage of that one, because that is a highlight reel shot.
Oh yeah, wicked snapshot.
Morristown wants to respond. They have a good opportunity here. 1-2 connection. The finish. Oh, it's just wide. Ooh. Oh, Santon almost doubled the day for Morristown and gave them that 1-goal lead back. But oh, he just missed that time, that one, by seconds.
Poor luck there for the Lancers, Ryan. Almost resulting in a 2-1 Morristown lead just seconds after Livingston tied it.
Silva takes over the puck, but he will have to chip it on up as he would be offsides if he were to progress on offense. There's a good play there, getting the body involved is Solomon. Whistles come in to blow this play dry, but a good shift again by the Lancers, Jacob.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be a hand pass on that play.
Once again,
face-up will come all the way back.
Once again, a 1-1 tie hockey game, Jacob. I said coming into this arena, we're going to see a good hockey game. That's what we saw. Morristown, the 8th seed, the underdog, surprised Livingston as they take the lead. And then, well, Jace Docks, the Ithaca College cross commit, is nifty with the stick, also on the ice. He's able to finish a top shelf shot. So to restart this hockey game, with 2.5 left to go in the middle period. Oh, we're set for an action-packed third period here at Codey Arena. Shot from the ground is redirected away and chipped on up past the blue line, Jacob.
Remember, this is not regulation hockey. This game is tied after 3 periods. We will have overtime.
That's right, Jacob. That's the beauty of the playoffs. New Jersey hockey does not have overtime due to scheduling and the limited amount of rinks and the massive amount of teams that want to compete and play as many games as possible. So there will be a playoffs if we do not see a winner and if this game is tied. One-timer can't go. The Turbinator terminates that shot. Silva sacrifices his body, shot from far, and that's something Morristown's been doing well. They've been challenging Turman from all different locations on the ice.
Ryan, Morristown, another big hit there on Solomon. The refs continue to turn a blind eye.
Chen stays on the puck, however, a good effort from Eric Ryder.
I don't think it's just been on the Colonials, though. There's been a few dirty plays by the Lancers that I think officials have missed.
Quan on the puck.
In the playoffs, a lot of times, not at all levels, playoffs tournaments, officials tend to just let them play. It's not what you want to see, though, at the high school level. Not sure if you agree, Ryan.
Oh, I would 100% agree. We have a 1-1 hockey game, Jacob. 70 seconds left to go in the middle period of action. Lancer student section trying to confuse the Colonials. From far, Quan lets one rip. Glove down by Peckin. Jacob, a lot of competitive hockey right here in not right here in Morristown, but over in Morristown. Colonials trying to upset one of the best public school teams in the state of New Jersey, possibly having a school historic year. That's the Livingston Lancers. Morristown Beard upsets Seton Hall, a very strong team, struggling in the Gordon Conference, but playing in a much higher level conference. Del Barton play out of Morristown, very strong hockey team as well. They were semifinalists of the Gordon Conference Cup and are still in the toughest of the 4 state brackets. So a lot of good hockey out of Morristown. And not one of those 3 top teams has been eliminated yet in the early rounds of the state tournament. I think Morristown would be the first to go because Livingston has tied this game and have the momentum.
Yeah, I think that they've done a great job, though, denying those second chances from the Lancers, stuffing the front of the net, not allowing the Lancers to get a ton of clean shots off. So while Livingston has controlled the majority of the possession, I would say, I think a majority of the, it's a good chance there, but a lot of the good opportunities I think have come from the Morristown side despite a majority of the total opportunities coming from the Lancers.
Conklin can't save it. 2-on-1. Race for Morristown. The puck is iced. It will relieve both parties in favor of the Lancers. Roughly 24 seconds left to play, 24 3/10 of a second to be exact, before we get ready for the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, the third period. Ryan Lowry, Jacob Bourne, Noah Varman, on demand, D1 Media Pro. Winner will play the winner of Hunterdon Central and Westfield on Wednesday. And Jacob, I would not be surprised if Livingston took on Westfield again. Two teams that have played a very long season on the successful side. Both teams are showing how they're facing that new playoff competition, as it's a new game once you shift to the playoffs. Once you receive your seed, it's a new game, you know? It's just a new tournament.
Well, Ryan, it's a tie game here heading into the third period, so don't book any trips to the semifinals yet for the Lancers.
Nor Morristown either. We'll be right back for the third period. The score is 1-1. We go into another tie at the intermission. Stay tuned here on the on-demand function of D1 Media Pro. It's time for the third period. 1-1 between the 8th seed visiting Morristown Colonials and the top-seeded Livingston Lancers. We saw two brilliant goals. Jacob, Morristown struck first. Livingston responded off of a top shelfer. One team season, lend in 15 game time minutes, as that'll do the short intermission. Livingston obviously favored to come out of this game with a victory, but Morristown came here to fight, and they're putting a lot of pressure on. And I think Coach Bobby Jones has to be pretty happy with his team's performance.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they've really locked down the front of the net, not allowed the Lancers, despite all their zone pressure, to get solid chances, and you cannot underestimate how huge that is.
So Livingston and Morristown, period 3. In the ensuing moments, puck will drop.
I think something to note, Ryan, we don't really bring up, but because of the 5-minute intermission, they don't clean the ice again. Ice is a little rougher for this third period.
That can only mean good for entertainment purposes.
We'll see.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people love the sport, Jacob, but I know a lot of people like it because of how rough and tough you have to be to play it, especially in a game like this, where this will decide if one team's season will continue. Winner punches a semifinal ticket on Wednesday at 4:30 down in Morristown, New Jersey. Lancers shot saved by Peck. And now here comes Morristown up the ice. Nick Romano. His pass, able to get to Zalukowicz. Lukowicz with time. We have a broken stick on the ice, as it'll be taken away by Grossbarger at the first shot of the period. Put back. Turbin. Looks like he kept it out. Whistles came in before the puck crosses. The net gets dislodged. I don't think that's a goal.
I don't believe so either. Official blew his whistle. Another whack was taken. Puck, I believe, squeaked onto the goal line, not in. Should not be a goal.
Well, the scoreboard stays at 1-1. The officials did not make the official signal for a goal. The ice will be cleaned after a stick broke. Docks poked up the ice. Controlled in the back. Poked away. Schultz. Oh, he's hammered and double teamed. And swung on around. Here comes Jace Docks. Able to poke one on up. Oh, it takes a lucky bounce. Is able to be found by Solomon. Docks back on it after it's redirected back out. Schultz swings one on up. It's controlled at the D line for the Colonials. 13:50. Up the ice, Santon. From far. Deflected off of Docks. here come the Lancers. Silva, swarmed by 2, redirects himself. Chip pass. Oh, Schultz just mistimed that one. You gotta be a pro to read that one properly. Nice pass by Silva.
Ryan Silva trying the saucer pass over the defender's stick to Dylan Schultz. And Schultz just couldn't, like you said, get his stick on it. He does. That's a point-blank opportunity for the Lancers to get their first lead of the afternoon.
I like his style on that pass. Chipped up and caught. And swung on back in by Conklin as he gets a little redirecting hit. Controlled now by Lange. Oh, in the danger zone, down goes Chen.
Ryan, puck turned over, almost stuffed in on the side of the net by Grossbard. Just couldn't quite get the right angle.
Jacob, it's almost hard to believe we have a winner today. Both teams fighting hard. Morristown right off the bat got what they deserved. Livingston responded in kind. I think they've really been controlling the pace of the game since.
Yeah, I'd say they've had a majority of the opportunities, but like I've continued to say, Morristown's done a great job shutting the Lancers down, not letting them go. Not letting them get a ton of grade A opportunities. Now they're going to get a power play, though, as Danny Grossbard was double knocked down to the ice.
Going to the sin bin, the highest number on Bobby Jones's Morristown Colonial roster. Jack Langen, the senior forward, is the first guilty verdict today. The Lancers are on the power play.
It's a fantastic opportunity for them to get up by 1. Their power play has been lights out all year long. Let's see if they can capitalize in possibly their biggest game of the season so far.
So 13s for the faceoff, Grossbard and McKenna. And the Lancers are off the faceoff win. Vecchio, the quarterback of the power play, over to Schultz on the left. And back here to the right. Vecchio redirects, he takes a shot and save. Put back from behind is no good from the impossible angle. Tech doing a great job in net today.
And nice drive from Vecchio.
Vecchio lets one rip. Oh, it's into a body. The putback squeezes it quick back into net. For the Lancers, go first hit of the game. Comes from the senior forward, Danny Grossbard.
The leading scorer capitalizes again, Ryan. Danny Grossbard on the rebound, bangs it home in the front of the net. Lancers have their first lead of the game. That goal was created, though, by the sheer force ability of Austin Vecchio to just get the puck to the net.
Jacob, a good effort by Peck. There must be something wrong on that side of the ice because Turbin had a similar incident. Just snuck right by him. He read the puck, but he just couldn't save it. Might have been a screen there that distracted him.
Yeah, a bit of a screen in front, I believe. Lancers now have their first lead of the game. That deadly power play capitalizes.
Up the ice. Gray. Directed on back to Wilson. 12 flat minutes of hockey left to be played as now a penalty will come into effect. Let's see who enters the sin bin this time, Jacob. But what a game it's been, and it looks like the Lancers are the guilty verdict. The sophomore, who stands at 5'4", the defenseman Sean Chen.
Ryan, that's not what you want right after you take a lead on the power play. It's to give the other team a power play. It's what happened for the Lancers. They're going to hope to have a strong kill and keep the lead.
Well, it's very loud here at Codey Arena. Everyone having a good time today.
Lancers always draw a big crowd, Ryan. You know that.
Yeah, as I said earlier in the second period, their fans know where to be and when. And they know the team to support too. I think they've shown a lot of love for their hockey team, and it's been the right year for it. I think a career year Livingston High School's having on the hockey front. Just what a team, Jacob. Only 3 losses, didn't lose to a public school team or a divisional team in regulation. The only public school team they've lost to was Westfield in a hard-fought finals, in which they beat twice prior, as there's a shot that's poked away. Grossbard will get his credit for the goal on the PA system, as there's a putback shot, and it's saved by the Turbinator. He could be everywhere at once, Jacob.
Yeah, squeeze that left post and keeps the game 2-1 Lancers. Still a minute 23 remaining on this Morristown power play, though.
Face-off won by the Colonials. Lukowitz One-timer, Turbin just able to keep his pad on that one. Oh, it almost snuck under him, Jacob.
Oh, yeah. It was a deceptive shot, Ryan. Not all of it was gotten by by number 22, Francis Zakulowicz. But Turbin able to get a pad on it, stick it to the ice, prevent the puck from getting into the net.
So we're halfway through that Chen power play that's being announced by the PA system right now. Schultz on up. Gross bar. Schultz. Schultz lets one rip. Oh, it's way wide.
He was trying to connect that pass to Grossbard.
He pulled the stick a little on that shot. Response to Lukowitz. Gloved down by the Turbinator. Never say yes when you shoot against Turbin.
Turbin again, a cheer from the crowd.
Well deserved, I must say. Except for that one misread in which it happens to the best of us to give Morristown the lead and the first goal of the game. He's just been perfect today. Shot. Off a couple bodies in the middle. Silva goes down for the Lancers. He collides with Lukowitz. That puck will be cleared, though, by Grossbard. Half a minute left to go in the power play for Morristown. They remain down a goal in Livingston's first lead of the game. They've been able to hold it. The winner takes on Hunterdon Central or Westfield. Results soon to come in on Wednesday down in Madison at Menon Arena. Special thank you to both teams of Morristown and Livingston's administration and Steve Ruggiero of Richard J. Codey Arena. Passed nowhere and shipped on up. That'll be a clearance. That actually ended up being an impromptu shot. With under 10 minutes left to go, that'll do the Morristown Colonials power play.
A great kill from the Lancers. Huge kill. 9:50 remaining here. And period number 3.
Third period action, 2-1. A 3-goal game we've seen so far. Jacob, can you confirm it's the third period for me?
Yeah.
Yep, it's third period. All right, we're good.
Bit of a brain fart there, Ryan.
Face-off win for the Lancers. Doxey is moving as he's able to just get it to Quan in time for it to cross the blue line. Beautiful thing offsides is when you're the defense in hockey, Jacob. Schultz couldn't find the puck under him. Nobody can find the puck. As they're just letting it try and scribble its way around, and we have a whistle. I believe that might have been a delayed penalty.
Bad down with the high stick, Ryan. Yeah, can't touch the puck when you're bad down with the high stick. Lancers are like, we'll kill more clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay with that.
Well read. Little confliction there. Colonials face-off win, doesn't do so, as there's the big body of Andrew Kwan doing the rejecting. Up the ice. 9:10 left to play. Lancers are on the puck. Behind the net, Silva. Taken away by Langen. Sent on up to Del Monte, who sweeps one by. Under 9 minutes left to play.
Ryan, that high stick reminds me of a very creative play that the great Sidney Crosby did a few years back, where he needed to be touched by a Ranger before the puck could be touched by a Penguin again, and Crosby just whacked a Rangers player's stick onto the puck so he could touch it again.
Silva. And now Morristown's on the puck with 8:15. Grossbard. Here's Danny Grossbard. He lets one rip. Oh!
Off the helmet.
Cage of the helmet. Oh, you can hear that one. That would have been concussion worthy if he wasn't wearing a helmet. Jacob, thank God a long time ago helmets were initiated with goalies, because that one would have hurt. Shot from far, saved by Turbin N, cleared away, deflected so it stays across the blue line.
Ryan, crazy to think goalies at one point didn't play helmets.
I know.
Took Jacques Plante saying, hey, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
for goalies to finally wear helmets.
And that's a thank you, Jock Plant moment. Here comes Morristown up the ice. McKenna. He can't finish. Put back.
Fine, real nice defensive play there by Conklin. Get a stick on it.
Vecchio somehow stays on the puck. Vecchio shoulders his way on in, and finally, he cannot hold on to the puck as it's poked on up. It was a good effort by Dox to keep it across the blue line as he chips one over the intended receiver's head within Captain Vecchio. Vecchio elected captain by his teammates. He's playing his last couple games in the Lancer uniform. This weekend, he was able to win some silverware with his club team, New Jersey Devils Youth Hockey, and he's trying to continue his high school hockey career on the school-affiliated side within the Lancers. Is if they win, they move on to Wednesday, and if they win on Wednesday, which will be a very tough match, as here's a swept shot, saved by the Turbinator.
Oh, what a stop, Ryan. Zach Turbin reaching the leg out to stop that stuff attempt. 6:48 to go. This one stays a 1-goal lead.
A very good effort. As I was saying, many seniors, both for Livingston and Morristown, playing their last 1, 2, or 3 games in their high school hockey career this week and the beginning of next week. Again, not a definitive date on when the Public A State Finals is, but according to Coach Conklin, he believes it'll be on Monday night at the practice rink down at the Prudential Center, the home of the New Jersey Devils of the National Hockey League, who actually once called this place, Richard J. Codey Arena, their home for practices.
And prior to their move to Prudential Center,
Silva lets one rip.
I remember coming here to watch them practice a couple times as a kid.
A young supporter yourself, Jacob.
Yeah. In fact, my uncle used to come here all the time and watch them practice and get signatures on the way out.
Well, my uncle did not because he lives in California. Silva couldn't stay on the puck. Poked on up by Zales. Again, it is a unique experience. A lot going on here at the South Mountain Reservation. Also a zoo. And the host to many Essex County hockey teams.
And skating classes as well. Took a few skating lessons here back in the day.
Vecchio on the puck. Can't get across the blue line. They'll fight it on over. Oh, and he's able to also, on a bonus, find Grossbard. Grossbard with the stick attached to him.
Grossbard was slashed there, Ryan. No call.
Well, he'll check out. Schultz will join the crew. What a season Schultz has been having, Jacob.
32 points for the junior.
Vecchio from far. Saved away by Peck. Puck off the official. 2 officials present today, 4 officials present in pro hockey games. 2 at the high school level most usually. Same for basketball, sometimes you'll see 3. Speaking of basketball, here in West Orange, the Mountaineers will host East Orange Campus High School in the first round of the state sectional tournament. Kevin Connolly and Joseph Henry on the call. DLNA per page, NFHS Network, 7 o'clock.
It's coming up shortly, Ryan.
That's right, it's also senior night. Festivities will begin at 5:30, which means they will begin in 4 minutes. Langen. Tipped away. At the middle, the puck is controlled by McKenna. 4:20, McKenna shoved off the puck by a fellow, number 13, with the Danny Grossbard. Up the ice. Silva able to sneak one and over to Solomon. Solomon couldn't finish. Silva chips one up. Solomon finds himself on the ground.
Soft touch there by Silva to get the puck to Solomon. Unfortunately, Spencer just whiffed on the shot. And a little note here, Ryan. Ryan Zales' number is peeling off his jersey. Number 2 for Livingston.
Punched up the ice by Solomon. Solomon, the second liner for the Lancers. Spent first half of the year on the injured reserve. Happened to be spending his time on the ice as a very important Lancer in uniform.
Yeah, 7 goals, 12 points, playing on that second line with Schultz and Silva.
You know, that second line would be a very good first line. I'd say even in the McKinnis. Just such a good, talented line. Contribute a lot to this team.
I'd say it's really a 1A, 1B situation.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen them start in some situations. Reflective pass finds Vecchio, who lets one rip. It's saved by Peck. Vecchio on the redirect. He's been getting a lot of redirects on his own shots today.
Ryan Vecchio always gets a good shot off. No matter what angle he's shooting from, always has some velocity on it.
He's like the power of the Lancers, you could say. Here he is on the puck. Oh, he recourses. He takes a shot, but he's deflected off of it. Not even noticing him himself saving a shot is Kay. Kay looked a little lost there, but he did his job nonetheless. Shot from far, poked down by Kwan before it can get to Turbin. 2:40 until we see a team punch their ticket to Wednesday. Hunterdon Central and Westfield, the result of that one. Soon to come in will be who takes on the winner of this game, which will be decided in 2.5 minutes, unless Morristown is able to tie the game.
Yeah, Ryan, insurance goal is what the Lancers want to see here.
Saved and covered by Turbin. We saw a little sneak through right there.
Maybe a little hook there by Dox that he possibly got away with, but
Seen a lot of that today.
yeah.
A lot of slashing.
That time a hook, but no matter what it is, a lot of penalties. Refs have been turning a blind eye to 2:17 to go. Timeout.
Well, Jacob, now that we have the time, both these teams enter the state tournament. Very good season. Very good season for both teams. Morristown 15 wins, 10 games over 500. Livingston coming into this one 17 games over 500. Morristown 5 losses, Livingston 3 losses. Morristown 4 ties, Livingston 3 ties. But both teams struggled in their easy run, well, at least they made it look easy, to the finals of their division. Morristown made it to the Halverson finals down in Morris County. Livingston here in Essex County made it to the McInnes finals. Morristown a 4-0 loss to Mendham.
Ryan, a little note, McInnes division, it's same general geographic area, all Union and Essex County, except for Glenrock, which is in Bergen County.
And Union, of course, as well.
No, I said Union and
Yes.
yes, Union and Essex County. One team in Bergen County, Glenrock Panthers, who got upset. They were eliminated in the first round, Public B.
I wouldn't even say, oh yes, good point, but I was going to say, they also lost in the first round to the McInnes.
Yes, upset. There's what. Oh no, they're not upset there. They were the lower seed against Summit.
But many would say they're more experienced than Summit in terms of McInnes Cup. They more recently won. They were the defending champions. And although they did not have a great year, 7-9 was their final record this year, I will say this. They played in some very tough matches. They played in a very tough division. And they played in some very close ones. They tied Livingston. Oh, here comes Vecchio. He has the Schultz option. He's not going to use it. He's going to get it back. A 1-2-3. Finish!
Ryan, that's just what the Lancers needed. Tic-tac-toe. 3 in a row. That's a goal. 3-1.
So let me see if I got this right. Vecchio to Grossbard. And then the one-timer from the sweeping junior, Sheer Schultz.
That is correct. Vecchio, the little drop to Grossbard. Grossbard touch pass back to Vecchio. They're playing competitor with it, Ryan. Right back to Dylan Schultz, who taps it into the open net for a 3-1 Maple lead with 2:04 to go. I said they needed an insurance goal. That is exactly what they got.
The more goals, the better. And now the time stalling is key. No icing there. As we are under 2 minutes left to go in this one. Livingston, they can hold on to this lead, our semifinalists of the state tournament in the Public A bracket, as they've eliminated a tough Morristown team. 100 seconds till they do so. Morristown is going to pull Peck. What a game he's had. If that's Peck's last time in the crease representing Morristown, what a ride it's been and what a senior year. He finishes the season coming into this one with a .930 save percentage. Lancers up by 2 goals. Schultz pokes one on up. He has an option. He's going to end up having to use it. Here's Morristown.
Ryan, you notice second half of this third period.
Shot from far from Quad. Oh, it's just wide.
You know, the second half of this third period, Conklin's been playing Grossbard with Vecchio and Schultz.
Uh-oh. Offsides. Yeah. Livingston is about to explode, Jacob. They love their hockey team, and their hockey team seems to love to represent them. They have so much fun on the ice, just dominating. Only 3 losses to report this year going into the semifinals on Wednesday, as they will knock down a very strong Morristown Colonials team. And out of the 3 superpower hockey teams that Morris County, New Jersey calls home, looks like Morristown will be the first one to exit 2021-2022 season, as they will re-hit the ice in time for the 2022-2023 season. What a ride it's been for them. 15 wins. This will be their 6th loss, and they've also had 4 ties to report. Halverson, Cup finalist, 2nd division of the Morris NJSIAA Conference, and quarterfinalists of a very tough group. All 4 groups very tough. Public A, definitely not the least toughest, and debatably the toughest, if you exclude non-public and maybe public B. Livingston, the 1st seed, will move on. 10 seconds. Counting down the seconds. Here at Richard J. Codey Arena in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey, the Lancers will play on. What a win as they storm the Terminator.
Ryan Turbin let up 1 weak goal. After that, he shut the door. Lancers win 3-1.
What a win! And Jacob, a pleasure being with you and Noah Varman to report it. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but you got to enjoy this one even if you're watching it on demand, because it was quite the thriller. Both teams will shake hands. Morristown's season has come to an end, a fierce season they've had. They report loss number 6. They report 15 wins on the year and 4 ties on top of that one. They will wave their seniors, including Dylan Peck, who's had a great game today, in net goodbye. 4 goals we've seen today, 3 from Livingston. The first goal of the game, the only one that Morristown was able to score. So the Lancers have a date with the winner of Hunterdon Central or Westfield down in Morris County at Morristown, New Jersey's Menon Arena. Final score, Lancers 3. Colonials end their season with only 1. I'd like to thank you for joining us on the on-demand function of D1 Media Pro. We'll see you on Wednesday. Ryan Leiter, Jacob Warren, Noah Varman signing off from Richard J. Codey Arena in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. Toodaloo. I'm Ryan Leiter from D1 Media Pro. I'm joined with defenseman at senior Jay Stocks for the Lancers. A big 3-1 win today. What was your reaction?
So, right off the bat, they scored on us 1-0, and we had to come back. So, I had to put a quick one in. It's just that easy. And then after that, we kind of kept rolling. They just didn't have the energy to keep up with us, and that's just how our team is. We keep the energy and we keep it rolling.
Morristown coming to this one, the 8th seed, you guys the 1st seed. They really came in off the bat, just really punching at you guys.
Right.
When you walked onto that ice, did you really think that they were going to be pushing that hard against you guys, against the boards? Because there were some tough checks.
Honestly, we really didn't know what to expect. They were the 8th seed, but we knew they had some good kids. I personally know a few of those kids, but they've got 10 seniors, and they sure gave us a hell of a fucking ride.
Obviously, you guys were clapping really loud when I went to go get you.
Yeah.
What were you guys saying? Obviously, don't let too much go, but like,
oh, well,
really hyped up?
2 more games, and so we got our ring. It's just how it is.
Right, you guys are going to have Westfield or Hunterdon Central. If you guys play Westfield, which it looks like they are going to win, obviously at the time this is posted, we will know who wins. What are you looking for in your 4th matchup against them? You guys are 2-1 against them. You outscored them 5-2 in your 2 wins. They then beat you 5-2 in the 3rd and most important game. This is going to be the 4th and even more important game. Each time you guys play them, it gets more important. What are you going to do going into this one?
Listen, it's the same game plan each time. Everyone's got a game plan until you get punched in the face. That's all I gotta say.
Jay Stocks, congratulations on your win in the quarterfinals of in Public A. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Jacob Gordon, D1 Media Pro, page on the NFHS Network. I'm joined with junior forward Dylan Schultz, who scored in this afternoon's 3-1 victory over the Morristown Colonials. Can you break down that goal for me, Dylan?
So first, we got the puck out of the zone, and forget who it was, Vecchio or Grossbard skated down the wall. It was a perfect executed 3-on-2, out to the trailer, back to the guy cutting the net, and right to me, tap in goal. It couldn't have done it without them too.
Yeah, tic-tac-toe play, really nice goal. Your 13th of the season. You've had what can be called a breakout year. What has changed from previous years?
A little bit of height. I was pretty short in the past couple of years, and the off season. The off season's the time to grind, and I took it to heart that I wasn't the greatest last year, and worked harder than ever to get to where I am now.
This afternoon, let up the first goal. Following that, what was the vibe on the bench after you let up that first goal?
We just kept calm and we kept cracking. We knew we were very well conditioned, and we figured we can get back and win it.
We won this game. Westfield playing right now. We played them 3 times this year. Or you lost in the McInnes finals. What would it be like to get another chance at getting back at them?
We want them back. We obviously want to play them again, and we want to win. Really, we just got to keep doing the same thing that we've always been doing. And in the McInnes game, we got away from our game. We got individual. And if we stay playing as a team, I think we could have a shot against them.
All right, thank you, Dylan.
All right, thank you.
And that's all for Jacob Gorn, D1 Media Pro Page, NFHS Network. Have a good rest of your day.